So finally, just give me a few, or the audience, a few reasons why you think it is important that we say IBMI and we say it runs on power system instead of whatever combination or old names or whatever. Why do you think this is important, Trevor?
So imagine that you were a business owner and you relied on a technologist to help you move forward in today's challenging IT world. And somebody came along and said, I know a platform that is best for business and can run your online transaction processing like nothing else can do, but is also open to the world and secure and secureable, if you will, and can work, and we can hire modern Node.js programmers, we can get Python people to run on it, and its back end is incredibly secure. It's a full operating environment that contains the database security, application development, it's all there. And this platform can be in your office and secure if you like, or it can be in the cloud, or it could be a hybrid, which IBM loves to sell. What if I came to you as a business owner and said that? Now, I don't believe it's the job of IT to ever say that. I believe it's the job of a CIO to say, yes, company, talk to the board. We have the best solution for you. Let me decide that. Don't come to me and tell me that you heard on the golf course that Windows was the greatest thing, AWS, Azure. I've got the right solution for you. So imagine then if I went to that CIO and I said, I've got the best platform for you. And they said, tell me. And somebody said, oh, that's just an AS400. What are they going to do? They're going to look up AS400 and they're going to say, that's an old piece of crap, and I'm not going to bring that into my system. By representing today's IBMI, which is an incredible platform, nothing that the AS400 is ever like, but it has its heritage there. That's very key for us to know. But if I'm a green screen RPG programmer, I've been doing that forever and my life is AS400, I don't want to change. And so I can keep my company back by not telling them about this amazing platform. And when the company gets acquired or a new IT director or a new CIO walks in, they're going to say, look at that old crap, and they'll want to replace it. But if the community were to be together to promote this incredible IBMI, now there is a difference. If you go back to when the AS400 was released, the System 36 and System 38 were incredible machines that met a need of running a business, running the IT of a business, running the technology of a business, running the accounting, all of those things. That's not the world anymore. And in fact, there's no such thing as the IBMI anymore, because as of this year, we now have virtual serial number, and I can take my operating system, my IBMI, and move it anywhere I like. And it doesn't even care which piece of where that hardware, that power systems is located. So we've got this amazing, incredible, modern, up-to-date platform. And every time we use an old term to represent it to somebody who might be new or somebody who has a company that wants to move forward, what we are saying was IBMI doesn't matter. I love this platform. I've had my career on this platform, and I'm going to tell you that it's really not moved on, because I'm going to represent it as something old, something outdated, and look at the applications. IBMI is so much more than AS400 ever was. It's so much more than iSeries was, or System I. And this power systems that it runs on is used absolutely everywhere. It's actually power systems chips are running the rovers on Mars right now. It's all over the place. And there's an open power consortium. This is an incredible piece of technology. And now we have this business platform to run on it that will integrate. That's what the I is about. And yet we still represent it as something that it isn't, something that is old and has a reputation, and opens us to what I call predatory vendors. Somebody's going to come to you and say, oh, I see you're an AS400 customer. I think you should leave the platform. My response is, migrate your AS400 to IBMI. It's the cheapest migration you ever have, because your AS400 apps will run on IBMI, but IBMI is not your grandfather's AS400. So it's about the future of the platform. If you care that IBMI should have a future, if you care that we want to take this platform forward, then we as a community should represent it as it is today. And that's the core of all of this. The challenge we have is our community is truly stuck. There are people who complain because they can't type IBMI without it uppercasing the I. We're technologists, for crying out loud. There's tools. It's called autocorrect inside of Word. You should know that you're a technologist. Oh, but I can't Google it. You can Google it. You didn't. You heard somebody say that and you haven't done it. If you do it yourself, you'll find that all the modern stuff has IBMI on it. And if you would stop writing AS400 and I series, people write IBMI brackets AS400 / I series. IBMI is not brackets AS400 I series. There's a thing called search engine optimization, SEO. We're technologists. We should be able to use our SEO to drag the AS400 searches, to drag the I series searches to our IBMI page. We should mention it, but it shouldn't be our lead story. We should take IBMI, we should lead with it, we should promote what it is today so that IBMI has a future. People say it's disappearing. It isn't. It's been disappearing for years.
It isn't, for sure.
Sure, it's been declining, but we have an opportunity to increase it, to grow it. And that's the way we approach it. If we approach it that it's IBMI, it's the most amazing thing, we'll have a strong future in this, and it'll be going for another 20, 30 years.
Very good, Trevor. And thank you very much for taking time to discuss this, well, still hot topic. And I hope we at least got some people on Earth that listen to this and start using the right names and wordings. Like I did myself in 2011, thanks to you, Trevor.
Well,
thank you very much.
I encourage people to step up to IBMI, and Torbjörn, I love what you're doing and I appreciate you here too. So keep at it.
Thank you very much. Bye, everybody. And stop.